This video contains discussion of suicide and violence against the LGBTQ community. Saucy Santana is probably the most well-known gay rapper of all time.
Roses are red, your lace is fried. He called me Killer Cat cause this pussy suicide.
And it turns out he actually doesn't want a gay son. He revealed this on a show called For the Fellas, airing on December 15th on VH1. In the release clip that seems to be going viral, Santana is asked if he wants children.
I'm just worried about how to raise a kid.
Then he clarifies that if he does have a son, he doesn't want his son to be gay.
I wouldn't want my son to be gay. And not because nothing is wrong with it, but because of everything that I went through.
One of the other men on the panel then asks if this is a form of self-hate, because with Santana being very gay himself, why wouldn't he want his son to be something that he is?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that may be a little bit of self-hate, that you wouldn't want your son to be a reflection of who you are? Like, I know, and I understand the trauma you probably had to go to, but do you kind of feel...
Santana clarifies his answer by saying he knows the trauma that he went through as a gay man, and he wouldn't want any child, including his own, to face this level of trauma.
That's not easy, so that's why I kind of equated it to like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like, hey, I grew up in the projects. I don't want my child to... You know, I just feel like I want better, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even know if better is the right words, because not saying to me nothing is wrong with being gay, but
just
like,
you want the world to treat gay people better.
Yeah.
And you can't control that.
And you can't control that.
I completely get what he's saying as a gay man myself, but when you just look at the statistics alone, this makes sense. Based on a study done by the Bureau of Justice Statistics with data from 2017 to 2020, they found that gay and lesbian people were 2 times more likely to be the victims of crimes than straight people. In the same study, they found that transgender persons were even higher at 2.5 times more likely to be victimized than cisgendered people. According to another study done by Johns and Lowry in 2019, LGBTQ youth are 4 times more likely to commit suicide than their peers, and the Trevor Project found that 45% of LGBTQ youth considered suicide within the past year alone. I don't have any kids, but I know of a lot of parents who are willing to do everything they can to shield their kids from issues they may face in the world. And for those parents, it's got to be really, really hard for them when that pain and those issues come from something their child is born with and something they can't help. For me, I think back to a time growing up in Florida and how difficult it was to be so different in a small town that didn't want me to exist. There were so many people from young to old who would remind me almost every single day that the world was better off without me in it. So just thinking back to the statistics that I mentioned earlier, I was definitely in that group where in middle school and high school, I contemplated whether I was good enough to be alive. What I noticed was if you are different as a child or a young adult and you don't live in a family that appreciates your differences and shows you love and affection for the person you are, you can try to find that love and family in the outside world. But unfortunately, the outside world is a cold-hearted bitch, and people are very close-minded even after all the progress we made and even after they tell you that they are open-minded themselves. I would love my child regardless and wish and hope they were just happy and healthy, whether they were gay or trans, etc. But how do you feel about this opinion Santana has, and can you relate to what he said? The conversation premieres on December 15th on VH1, so I'm excited to see what else he and the other men on the panel have to say, but I'll be talking to you guys way earlier than December 15th myself in the next video. Bye guys.